I'm only going to press this one time. Since y'all want to be on the front line. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See right there, that's the front
line. Breaking. The feud between Eazy The Block and Remy Ma is about to get nasty. Therefore, you should pay attention to this because the captain is finally losing it. According to rumors, Affliction was the most recent trauma incident. Not only that, but Captain has been telling everyone he knows about Remy Ma and Eazy The Block that Remy still has feelings for Papoose. According to sources, the two got into a heated argument in the car after he publicly questioned her loyalty. He reportedly feels resentful of Remy for introducing him to Papoose's recent girlfriend. The most recent reports indicate that the dispute wasn't unusual. Blowout, in case you didn't see this amazing event, they were performed by Remy. It has been building up for weeks and is now boiling over. Yes, you read correctly. She apparently used Eazy as a rebound and stayed obsessed with Papoose and his new relationship for several months. Rumors about Remy and Papoose's divorce first surfaced in late 2023 after it was revealed that Remy Ma had cheated on Papoose with a laid-back underground rapper. Since then, Remy Ma has been in the news often. After sharing a Father's Day photo with his child, Captain Papoose publicly announced their breakup, which made matters worse. Everyone realized that Remy and Eazy's marriage was finished when they abruptly stopped going out together after their breakup. After a fight with rapper G Gotti, things took a turn for the worse. Although Remy was seen lending a hand behind the scenes, G Gotti didn't hold back when he revealed the true reason for Remy and Eazy's close bond, attacking everything, including her tumultuous relationship with Eazy. Will Remy and Eazy's brief relationship with the Block Captain end, or will there be more mayhem ahead? Stay tuned because this drama is far from over.
Found out she was in the help that could really ruin the
Did Gotti hold back from accusing Remy Ma of cheating on Papoose, the man who had been true to her for years and helped her while she was imprisoned? Even more shocking is the fact that Papoose seemed to accept these claims of infidelity, acknowledging that Remy wasn't as faithful as everyone believed, rather than refuting them. After releasing the bombshell, Gotti doubled back on it, saying this.
Found out she was in the help that could really ruin the image.
It's no secret that when the rumors of Remy's infidelity began to circulate, her reputation suffered greatly. We all expected that, knowing Remy, she would deny the accusations, but this is where things go awry. Instead of confronting the issue, she chose to remain silent, but it turns out that Remy wasn't merely playing about with the Block. Being silent is not a sign of weakness. Another player doesn't want to be seen in public with Remy, despite the fact that Eazy made headlines. The identity was swiftly revealed, which is bad news. Numerous reports from various media outlets claimed that she was in a polyamorous relationship. As she receives criticism for her tight relationship, the story gets more intense, doesn't it? Another underground rapper was seen holding hands and sporting matching timepieces. Guess what occurred when Remy first attempted to deny this connection? When multiple media outlets verified it, the truth came flooding out. Just when you thought things couldn't get much more scandalous, Remy surprised the globe a few weeks ago by revealing that she had allegedly started dating someone else, Claressa Shields. Even boxing champion Remy uploaded a screenshot of Papa with his new girlfriend, along with a critical caption. Papoose refused to leave my house after falling asleep while talking on the phone with Claressa Shields. After her startling disclosure, Remy and Claressa Shields' relationship completely collapsed. After a heated argument with Claressa, the two ladies threatened to attack Remy if they ever saw one another again. This female, a purported boxing world champion, hung up when she heard my voice. You're not alone, and I'll tell you everything immediately. Many of Remy's fans were taken aback when he reprimanded Papoose for forming a new relationship since, let's not ignore Remy's unrelenting hostility indicates that she hasn't let go of Papoose. She betrayed him first, as if this tale couldn't get much more incredible. When he finds peace with someone else, she can't stand it. She is furious that he moved on with someone else after all the drama with Clarissa, and it's obvious that she doesn't want to see him happy. A few minutes into the performance, Remy arrives at a public gathering. The audience's reaction to Wes' performance was incredible. The crowd had begun to support the block captain during his rap.
I'm only going to press this one time. Since y'all want to be on the front line. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See right there, that's the front line. The front line.
The video went viral within hours of its publication, and fans quickly chastised Remy Ma for what they perceived as her causing issues for Papoose, even though she was still talking about Messi with Eazy The Block Captain. When the question was posed, Remy chose to quickly respond yes to avoid adding to the controversy, even though she wasn't prepared for the criticism. However, sources are now exposing that things weren't as they seemed. Now that the truth is out, Eazy placed her in danger by failing to warn her of the upcoming bombshell, and thus the friendship between Remy and Eazy and a heated argument broke out, according to a source. Remy has been on a warpath ever since she chastised Papoose for dating someone else, and Eazy feels like he's being taken advantage of because she doesn't treat him with the respect he deserves. However, this is where karma may be at work, because moving on to Remy while she was at peace with Papoose was treachery, and treason always has consequences. Eazy is currently dealing with the consequences of his decision, which some have argued is his karma coming full circle. Fans are talking about the entire affair, and many are shocked to hear that Remy might have cheated on Papoose after. I'll restate my previous statement. Remy Ma is the ideal illustration of why some people think it's bad to date a woman from New York. Many people blame her for everything he did for her, saying that she should have treated him better, despite the years of dedication and support. During this perimenopausal and midlife crisis, Remy Ma will continue to die, and she has died more terribly than anyone else that comes to mind. She will realize that this was the worst choice she has ever made in hindsight. The personal story of someone like 50 Cent, who battled his way to fame with unwavering determination, is as dramatic as his rise to fame. Family may be challenging. Despite his widespread recognition as a rap star, few people are aware of the anguish and grief that lie behind his personal life. Do you genuinely feel something for Papoose, or did she utilize Eazy The Block Captain as a rebound to get over him? We have seen the chaos, but what is the real reason behind it all? Please use the space provided below to express your comments. There is more to 50 Cent's story than meets the eye. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, became a parent in 1996 when his then-girlfriend Shima Tompkins gave birth to Marquise. At the moment, everything seemed to be going well, but as their turbulent relationship worsened, so did the family tie. Tension already existed between 50 and Mares Jackson, his eldest son. He has simultaneously given his younger son, Sire, all of his love and attention while juggling complex ties from his past. During their childhood, the Marquis loved their father and saw him as a superhero, someone who was larger than life. However, that all turned to disappointment as he grew older, and by the time they reached the legal end of things in 2008, their father-son relationship was barely surviving due to 50 arguments with Tompkins and turbulent court cases that forced communication to be mediated by a distant lawyer. When Mares was photographed with Griff, Kenneth Supreme's son, in 2008, it was the last straw. This betrayal left 50 Cent extremely offended, and he responded by posting a harsh social media statement saying that he wouldn't mind if Mares and McGriff's son got hit by a bus. In a direct remark that demonstrated how tense their relationship had become, family members said Mares frequently caused trouble by purposefully doing things to irritate his father. He would hang out with people he didn't like or post things online that irritated him. It became a perverse game because neither side was prepared to give up. About sadness rather than contempt, saying that even though he had given Mars a lot more money than he had ever had as a youngster, he felt his son was not treating him with any respect. Mars tried to publicly grab his father's attention in 2022 by offering $6,700, the same amount 50 had paid in child support each month, for just one day of his father's time. Despite Maris' assertions that it wasn't about money and that all he wanted was to spend time with his father, 50 turned down the offer, stating that social media wouldn't be a part of a genuine endeavor to make peace. Later, Maris disclosed that he had attempted to contact his father privately, but had been unsuccessful due to social media bans and a lack of his father's phone number. Despite the pain, Maris is eager to make a name for himself, so he enters the music industry, releases songs, and works to separate himself from his father's shadow. However, despite the difficulties he has faced throughout the highs and lows of his family's history, 50 Cent's relationship with his younger son, Sire, appears to be stronger, one of love, betrayal, and the difficulties that come with handling familial ties. It serves as a reminder that even the wealthiest people can have hidden family issues that conceal layers of joy, grief, and conflict. The experiences of 50 Cent as a father and a son are not unique. In September 2012, he and Daphne Joy had Sire, their second son. He seemed to have a stronger bond with his oldest son, Maris, despite their turbulent relationship. In March 2024, Daphne posted something on social media, stating that she was distraught, that 50 had abused her, and that she no longer trusted him as a parent. The public accusations exacerbated their already complex relationship, even though 50 Cent denied them. At this time, Daphne was being suspected of working as an adult, something she vehemently denied, and there were rumors that 50 was moving to get sole custody of Sire. The drama was no longer limited to courtrooms. It was now featured prominently in headlines. The media had already taken notice of their dispute. In 2013, 50 was accused of domestic abuse after him, but he never falters in his dedication to his heritage, especially when it comes to Sir. In a recent interview, he emphasized that everything he has achieved will be for Sir to carry, and that his youngest son would inherit all of his wealth. After their argument became heated, he was charged with kicking Daphne and damaging her belongings. In order to avoid harsher punishments, he entered a guilty plea to petty vandalism. Yet the incident led to 3 years of probation and community service. For those who are familiar with 50's past, McGriff is more than just a nickname. He's connected to a difficult time in the rapper's life. For McGriff, who was allegedly engaged in the 2000 shooting that nearly killed 50, seeing his son with the child of someone so closely connected to the crime was a breaking point. Many were left wondering what would become of his firstborn child, Mars, while supporters continued to praise his dedication to Sire. When Mars posted a picture of his son with Kenneth Supreme, McGriff's son, in 2018, it was one of the most contentious moments in the ongoing story of the conflict between 50 and Mars. Had evolved while 50 Cent's laser-like focus on creating a future for Sire loomed in the background, leaving fans to wonder if there was any chance for reconciliation. The story of a guy who has been impacted by both tragedy and triumph lies beneath the headlines and platinum records. Curtis Jackson was more than simply a product of Queens, New York, a child raised by a single mother who fought valiantly to give him a better life. His life was centered on his hustler mother, Sabrina Jackson, who would do whatever to provide for her child, including Curtis' life on the streets was cruelly ended in 1983 when she was only 8 years old. In what authorities thought was a homicide, his mother was drugged, rendered unconscious, and had her apartment burned down. The mystery surrounding 50 Cent's murder left a lasting impression on her life. She was well known for her bravery and strength, progressing in a world that wasn't fair to women like her, even though she lived in a violent area of South Jamaica, Queens. It was a turning point in Curtis's life that fueled his ambition, drive, and relentless pursuit of achievement, but it also left scars that shaped the multifaceted man we know today. a dad attempting to reconcile his legacy with the pain of unresolved relationships. Although this family has always been the center of 50 Cent's life, there have been many hardships and struggles along the way. In interviews, 50 Cent has talked about the lasting scar he bears from losing his mother, Sabrina Jackson, when he was just 8 years old. He recalls the specifics of her sudden absence and how her passing affected him, saying that someone put something in her. Sabrina was more than just his mother. She was a strong, grounded woman who made sure her son was prepared for the difficult world he would encounter. According to 50, she was nurturing but firm, always encouraging him to get back up and keep trying. Her words, "Get up, what are you crying for?" stuck with him and shaped his approach to overcoming life's challenges, both as a child and later as a well-known celebrity. He is aware that life may be unexpected, even as an adult, and that she took away the one person who was vital to him. Ended up in his grandmother's care in South Jamaica, Queens. At the age of 12, he started working dealing drugs and learning how to live on the streets, a path he didn't want to take but felt compelled to take in order to survive. 50 Cent has never held back when discussing those years. His songs and interviews unequivocally depict a period of altercations, arrests, and risky choices, but his grandmother was his rock and the one constant in a turbulent life. He remembers that "I was my grandmother's baby," which highlights the sharp contrast. Living with his grandmother wasn't always straightforward because of his rugged exterior on the streets and the requirement that he obtain permission to walk home from school. Tensions were high because his Aunt Sylvia was upset that Curtis had taken her place in the family. In spite of this, 50 Cent was close to his grandmother, who frequently believed that she detected his mother's features in him. Every day he was burdened by this silent bond, but it also strengthened her love for him. The loss of his grandmother years later was more painful than anything 50 had ever gone through, recalling being called to the hospital, where his entire family had gathered. Her eyes brightened as he spoke to her, despite her weakness, and after their brief interaction, he noticed a drop in her pulse rate. He suffered the death of his aunt, who told him, "She was waiting for you." In August 2024, 50 suffered yet another tragic loss when he posted a moving Instagram post honoring his grandfather's sacrifices. This was on top of the ongoing tragedies of losing friends and loved ones to drugs, violence, and accidents. 50 Cent still places a lot of importance on his family, but his relationships haven't always been easy. One example is his relationship with Daphne Joy, the mother of his youngest son, Sire. Their turbulent relationship has been marked by court battles and public allegations. Model and actress Daphne caused a huge uproar when she accused 50 Cent of mistreating her in a since-deleted Instagram post from May 2023. In response, 50 Cent filed a defamation lawsuit claiming, "Notwithstanding the turmoil, 50 Cent manages a legacy filled with love, sorrow, and insurmountable challenges while staying committed to his family." Sire has frequently been in the center of the turbulent relationship between his parents, which 50 Cent has always expressed a strong desire to be a part of. Since 50 Cent was attempting to keep his relationship with his child intact, Daphne's accusations that she felt mistreated and coerced only served to exacerbate the already strained relationship. Despite the intense back and forth, 50 Cent decided to drop the lawsuit in September 2023, though he was free to resubmit if necessary. He seemed to want to momentarily distance himself from the legal drama. However, it's unclear if this was done as part of a larger plan or to defuse the situation. His disputes with Daphne Joy have complicated his legal action against her. He claimed that in addition to harming his father's reputation, her accusations were an attempt to separate him from him. The long-running feud between 50 Cent and Sheena Tompkins, the mother of his oldest son, Mares, which has been a toxic story for more than 20 years, is another unsolved issue. Their relationship has degenerated into a vicious cycle of legal actions, public insults, and constant social media jabs since the late 1990s. The feud was rekindled in January 2019 after 50 Cent claimed Shaniqua had wasted funds from his first overseas tour on cosmetic surgery rather than real estate. Shanna didn't hold back and delivered a biting response that only made their already strained relationship worse. The custody dispute over their child continued long after their divorce until 2008, at which time their connection had become a public one. Conflicts also arose over financial agreements. Shaniqua was not pleased and demanded more money after 50 Cent disclosed that she had been getting $40,000 a month, or nearly $500,000 a year, for Maris's care. The monthly amount was lowered to $6,700 after 50 Cent, frustrated, launched a lawsuit. But the drama didn't end there, as Shanna allegedly collaborated with Maris, their son, has tried to make his own way despite being caught in the crossfire, and he is accustomed to the public spectacle his parents have produced out of their conflicts. He has obviously been affected by the toxic relationship, and despite his attempts to get past the disagreement between his parents and create his own identity, 50 Cent was unhappy and responded aggressively on Instagram, telling her to get a real job. In response, Shanna clapped back, expressing his resentment and fear that she would expose his true identity. As the crisis intensified, neither side was willing to make concessions. In addition to these family issues, 50 Cent's personal life has captivated the audience. When the infamously private rapper dated Cuban link real name Jameer Haynes at the Power Season 6 premiere, fans first learned about their relationship. They were immediately attracted to each other.